Greg, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought in the first half we were okay defensively. The one time Morales gets himself facing forward, we lose a runner out of the midfield, and Javier delivers a good ball. That's one thing we talked about all week is we need to get pressure to him, force him to play short, force him to play back, and he was able to do that. I think the bigger problem for us in the first half is just we weren't taking up the correct positions that we needed to take up, and in terms of us being in better spots, just keep possession to be able to be the aggressors, because I thought we had every opportunity to. And that's what we talked about at halftime, and I thought the second half we dominated the game, for sure controlled the game, found ourselves in good spots, scored a goal that was a goal, which is ridiculous. And then I thought, then we scored a second goal, and then it's just like a mental lapse. You have that moment of euphoria, you got yourself back into it, and the same scenario happened as the first one. Javier gets the ball facing forward, and again we lose a runner at the back post, and we got to be better. I mean, I said to the guys, we got to control the things that we can control, which is ourselves, being better defensively, being more confident about how we're going to play and who we are, which I thought we were in the second half, but we need to trust that throughout the whole game. And then the things we can't control have to get better too, but that's not something that we can work on. It's hard to play 7 games on the road and feel like you're working your way back from things that are, referee calls, for lack of better words. But I thought our guys battled, and I thought we put ourselves in position to get something out of this game, and it was unfortunate that we had the letdown at the very end to not get something.
Clément Simonin making his pro debut with the first team. What did you make of his composure tonight?
I thought he was very good. It was an interesting game because they allowed him time on the ball, and you give him time on the ball, he can pick out passes around the field. So I thought as the game progressed, and again we got our guys in the right positions, then he was very good at finding options, and on the ball he's special. People will start to figure that out pretty soon. But I thought he had a pretty solid defensive game as well, which is what we needed him to have, and so all in all, I'm impressed and happy with his performance. By and large, I thought the group did all right. Again, we're starting to understand who we are and what's going to make us successful, and we're doing so on the road, which is not the easiest, and sometimes against some better judgments maybe out there.
Are you seeing any difference in Ashton Morgan's performance as of late? It seems as though that he demonstrated a lot of confidence tonight, particularly in joining the attack.
Yeah, I thought Ashton had a good night. I think his strength is when he's able to get into the attack. I think, I remember Ash a few years back when he was much younger, and he was aggressive. And from a distance, I'm like, who is this kid? He likes to get forward. He's attack. He's dangerous. He's quick. And I thought he did all of those things today. And just maybe sometimes where the final product or the final pass could be just a little bit better, but normally he's pretty good at that. And I thought he defended well also. So he didn't try to win everything, and he stood plays up, and he's so quick. If he just trusts himself and his speed and quickness, then he's going to be fine, and I thought he had a good night.
You wanted Seba to be more lethal on the attack, get more shots on net, being more selfish. Did you see more of that tonight?
Yeah, I thought when we brought him into the game, he was dangerous. But what was important is, again, they were giving our center backs time. They were trying to clog up the middle of the field, and it wasn't until late in mid to late second half where we started finding the entry passes kind of across what we call the game channel, but which was opening up the field, and Sebastian was getting on the ball in dangerous areas, and he had unleashed a couple shots that made the keeper come up with some saves. And that's the thing, is we need to find ways to continue to get him on the ball, to have more confidence, to play into him, to play into our forwards, and allow those guys to do what they do. But I thought when he's involved and on the ball, he does a lot for us.